I know people like that.
Yeah, I know some people who are like, if they don't smoke weed in the morning, it's a bad day.
Dude, I'm a very brutally honest asshole when I don't have pot. And it's been so long since I haven't smoked that it's just normal for me. I almost don't get high. It just normals me.
It's just a part of everyday thing.
It evens me out.
No. It's
Don't mix your marijuana with Viagra.
Yeah. Marijuana and Viagra are two things you don't want to mix.
Tell them why, Garrett.
Well, for one, weed slightly elevates your heart. Viagra incredibly increases your heart rate. And sex on top of that increases your heart rate. So those three things going in together is not good to mix. Don't mix. You can mix weed and sex all the time. All the time. I recommend it. Okay? But don't mix sex, Viagra, and weed. I don't know too many people. I know a few people, say older people, that need Viagra, but I don't.
Nope.
I don't need that shit. So,
don't need that shit.
So I ain't gotta worry about that. But yeah, if you do, say if you're older, or even if you have a condition or something, and you need Viagra to get your woody up.
Yes.
Don't smoke weed because it's gonna elevate your heart rate even more. And then when you're going to have sex, when you get to your climax, your heart rate is fucking elevated to the peak already. So it's like don't mix the three together. Think about shit a little bit.
So all these tests that point to marijuana gives you a heart attack. It's smoking weed, smoking anything, smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
And Viagra. I bet that's fucking harmful.
Well, cigarettes, just because like all the
I don't know.
Just
I don't smoke cigarettes.
I smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes, and I haven't been smoking for that long, but it helps me. It helps me make to where I don't want to punch someone.
I did smoke cigarettes. I quit cold turkey just because it was something I wanted to do. I
haven't got to that point yet.
I feel like
to where
if you want to quit smoking cigarettes,
if you want to quit anything, so coming to this, I used to enjoy. I used to enjoy cocaine.
Like when you're over it, like when you're done with it, you're over it.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
I used to enjoy doing a lot of drugs. All right, one night I had enough. I woke up the next morning after a hangover, and I said, "Fuck this." I went back to Kansas and I got sober. I quit cold turkey. For the first 2 months, it sucked, but I didn't touch anything. I just smoked weed.
Yeah,
So weed was the only thing.
It did kind of suck, but yeah, exactly. When I quit smoking cigarettes, it was just weed. It was just pop, 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 weed. Fucking
yeah, weed helps quit like
other
things.
There was times I was running home at lunch break just to get a little hit from a bowl-in, just to. Fuck, dude.
Just to get a little bit of high.
Not having cigarettes was terrible. But I think I did that at 21, too. So it was like I had weed and alcohol. And it was like, I don't need cigarettes.
Yeah.
But it was rough, dude. I would smoke a cigarette when I'd get really drunk. Even to this day, I'll smoke a cigarette when I get really drunk. Yeah. Not really along the weed allergy subject, but there's this thing called cannabinoid hypermesis, and it is
super rare.
Fucking terrible. It is very rare, but it is fucking terrible. It is kind of like an allergic reaction, but it is only related to cannabis, and it is vomiting uncontrollably for roughly 2 to 3 days after smoking it or ingesting it.
Which, did they say there was only been about like 10 cases since
ever
recorded?
I think ever. I think in the article I read, there was only like 10 cases ever. It's so rare, but wow. They even named it.
That would be...
Look at that name, too.
So
are you fucking kidding me?
I maybe get sick and throw up like once or twice a year, like when I'm sick. I hate throwing up. It is the worst thing. And if it happens uncontrollably, fuck that. No. I ain't about that.
Nope.
I ain't about throwing up.
I'm not doing all that.
For 2 to 3 days constantly, you're gonna be throwing up acid. You won't be able to eat anything. You might as well just have pitchers of water to where all you're throwing up is water. Because if you start throwing up your stomach acid, it's gonna burn. If you've ever done it, it burns your throat. It burns your throat.
Oh, yeah. If you drink, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah. I get drunk maybe like a few times a year.
He's not allowed.
I'm allowed to drink. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I just don't like getting drunk. I'm not a drinker.
You're allergic.
You're allergic. I ain't fucking allergic to alcohol.
Yeah, you are. So, there's been studies done in Colorado and Washington recently that point to once weed is legal in your state, expect a lot more people to be vaping and eating edibles. Because dispensaries have shown that newcomers, out-of-staters, are buying enormous percentages of edibles over flour and concentrates. And that the vaping is becoming popular because all of the locals that are dabbing want a vape rig so that they can dab on the go or get a high on the go. That's okay for some people. That's okay for not for some people. If you drive for a living, probably shouldn't vape until you're home safe.
It is illegal.
Yeah, I don't agree with the laws right now, currently with DOT and all that, but I mean, fuck
function
it.
Pretty
if
good.
if you can pass a drug test, fuck them. How can they tell you that you're allowed to drink, but you can't smoke weed? It's terrible. Just because alcohol gets out of your system faster. It's just, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. If you've ever smoked weed, the 35 days in your system it's not really relevant because
depends on your body, your fat ratio.
You can't be high for more than, what do you think? The first time you ever got high, if you took a dab the first time you ever got high, how long do you think you'd be high? 6 hours?
6 to 12.
It's a long time, but that's not that long.
No.
It's not that long. Because
on my days off, I don't come
you can't even consider that to schedule anything narcotic, because if you took enough, I just don't agree. There's no other substance that would do that and be that gentle on you.
Yeah, because I figure a lot of people coming here are also buying the cartridges. The cartridges of...
oh, yeah, the what are those called?
The pre-filled cartridges?
It's on my lanyard, on my... O-Pens. The O-Pens. Everyone's buying those. Those are, like, literally the most popular thing on the planet.
They come with a little pin, little battery.
And they're everywhere. I feel like they're going to start selling them at gas stations.
I know some places up in Greeley.
I'm calling it right now. That's the first product you're going to see in gas stations is O-Pens. You're going to see it.
I could see that.
You're going to see it before marijuana cigarettes. You're going to see O-Pens.
I don't know about that one.
I guarantee it.
You think so?
Guarantee it.
Guarantee
We'll call it live right here. $10,
okay.
$50,
All right.
$100.
I'll go 10.
All right.
10. That's gonna be years.
Could be.
Might
not be.
It has to become federal legal.
Dude, the advancements have been insane.
Well, maybe not.
Not if it's a local-based company.
In a privately owned. Exactly. Right? It has to be privately. Oh, it could happen.
Dude, oh, that brought me to another thing. I'm glad you just said that. Jeff Sessions is trying to make marijuana illegal again in all of the states that it's it's decriminalized.
That happened as soon as California opened their doors to that recreational dispensary.
Yep. And Trump is kind of exercising the thought, and it pisses me off because he has already said that the revenue from from pot is so beneficial.
Yeah, because it's fucking.
We are paying for other states' debt in this country because we are now out of debt because of pot. Washington is now paying for other people's fucking debt in this country. The fuck's going on? And then you have places like California and New York that have the highest fucking debt in the country. Washington, not Washington, Seattle, Washington, Washington, D.C., I mean, isn't pot legal in D.C.?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, dude. Columbia. It needs to be legal everywhere. We need to get this deficit that we're out of. I mean,
controlled right
that's
away.
A conspiracy anyway. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even understand who we owe that money to. Who the fuck are we in debt to?
China.
We fucking help everyone and save everybody's ass. If we're in debt to China, I would kind of understand that.
We're in debt mostly to China because of all the China, and I'm pretty sure like Iran or whatever over there because of oil. We spend too much money on oil.
Well,
we need it. We need it.
Sessions cannot stop this.
No, it's.
Do you know how devastating that would be to all the businesses, all the people that are employed by all those companies?
Just in
Are you fucking kidding me?
Just in Aurora, with one brand of dispensaries that I know, there's like 30 something in there. Just in Aurora, that's one city, just in one type of dispensary.
Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, Aurora, Colorado, and like I'm pretty sure there's probably 10 different dispensary names in Aurora, and I'm only talking about one dispensary name.
What do you think those 10 dispensaries pulling in a day?
Oh shit, dude.
100 grand?
Maybe not 100 grand. I'd say
just under.
I'd say a day. There,
dude, it's over 10. It's over 10,000.
Yeah, because
a lot of between 110.
Well, a lot of people come in, spend $150 to $200 on a whim.
Dude, you gotta understand though, like, we've been in fucking dispensaries, so it's like, when you're in there, never you're by yourself.
No.
There's always someone in there.
Yep.
So
a popular dispensary will be full all the time.
And then another average we should talk about: how long you're in a dispensary.
Depends on the workers.
Roughly how long? Exactly. It depends on how many people are in there.
It depends on how many people. And
if there's just one or two people in there, and there's a third bud tender, they can get you pretty quick because you walk right up to them. But I mean, you're ordering. It's like walking up to a liquor store where you can walk up and say, "I want this flavored whiskey. I want it from this brand, and I want this beer, and I want this beer to taste like this, and I want it from this brand." And you know what I mean?
Yeah. You
like,
can pick what you want.
It's crazy. I mean, all the people out there who don't know need to go educate themselves, because this plant is going to change your life. I guarantee it. I think, like I said, I think Tommy Chong's onto something when he says that it's on the path of curing cancer.
I feel like if there's other plants that they can combine, say CBD oil and maybe concentrated THC, put it together with a few other natural growing plants that are good for the human body, and they could think of something if they keep